G'day and welcome back to Duckzorly Gaming and Pine Cove Farm here on FS19. A lovely map by Stevie. Details down below on where you can get the map. But it should be by no surprise at all whatsoever that's where you're going to go and get it. But we're going to continue on anyway. Right. So let's recap quickly where we left off in the previous episodes. So look at our map. No point looking at those. We'll look over here. So we harvested our alfalfa over on field 1. We harvested, I think we had soybean here. Yes, we did on field 2. And we harvested our wheat on field 3. Now, since then, I've collected the alpha windrow from 1, the straw from 2, and we still need to collect the straw from field 3, although I have windrowed it in between the last episode and now. Also, what we've done is I took a load of... What did I take? I can't remember now. Oh, alfalfa. I took a load of alfalfa over to the animal store because the animal store had a reasonably high demand for alfalfa. So I thought I'd help out our community livestock store with some feed, and they paid us handsomely for that. But what we're going to do now is I did mention previously that I wanted to make some fine adjustments to the farm and the layout and the sheds. As much as I do like Stevie's sheds and his layout, I do want to sort of personalize it a little bit for myself. So what we're going to do is going to get along and get that done right now. So the first thing is these two storage barns over here, or sheds, they're going to go. So I'm going to go over here. You're going to go garage. I'm going to scroll down and find these sheds. Right, I'll click on that shed. Right, that one there, I want removed. Yep, done. Gone. And this one here, I want gone. Yep, done. Okay. Now, the little bits of decoration that were here, there were some planks and some other things around here. I've already got rid of those. So that's all well and good. So those two sheds are out of there. Right. What are we going to replace it with? Well, I did actually allude to this previously. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, where is it? My Aussie shed with light. This is the one I like. Now, it's a nice big shed, gives us plenty of room. So we're going to rotate this one around. Like so. I'm going to line it up. That'll give me, yeah, pretty close. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring that into here and there. There we go. So we've got the Aussie shed. Right, done. Excellent. Now, over here, the problem with these sheds over here, if I have a look, so these two sheds up here and this shed over here, is while they give plenty of room, we've got plenty of storage there. So there's 4 slots in each shed, so I've got 16 slots there. They don't come out and cover the longer implements and stuff. Now this shed here I'm going to keep for the semi-trailer and the combines. But I need another shed for things like the Demco and some other things that are a little bit bigger, the windrower and the mower. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come back in here. Now, I've got a few different selections in here. These are all the ones from Stevie. I've got these couple here, these lizard ones. But I'm not going to grab those. What I'm going to use is this one up here at the front, this Easy Shed 1. Now, Easy Shed 1, it has that cantilevered extra part of the roof that comes over the side of the shed. And that provides that little bit extra cover, which is just what we want. Right. So what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to put one shed here, like so. And I'm going to put another shed over here on the other side. Once I rotate, and we're going to bring that in. It's pretty close into there, and I'm going to bring him in just a little bit. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to bring him all the way out there. So into there. Yeah, I think it's roughly lined up there like that. Right now, the ground texture I'm going to fix. So there we have it. So we've got our big Aussie shed there. Now, this is going to end up housing probably the combines because I can put all the combines in here and park them a little bit better. And I'm probably going to consider even changing this shed out or doing something else over here altogether and not having that shed. We've got another big shed up there, which is fine. So we've still got another 3 of those sheds. There's one up there and there's 2 over here behind the Aussie shed. Over the back there, you can see 1 and then 2. Actually, no, one's actually the hay barn, so that doesn't count. But anyway, we've got two left. And then these are the ones with the overhang. And there's the overhang I was talking about. So that's just perfect for the longer length implements. So that's what we're going to do to there. Now, what have we got? $192,000 left. Now, the other thing I want to look at doing is I'm going to run all the way over here, is the area where those other four-legged things were that have gone to the glue factory. We want to actually work over here and put some stuff in over here as well. Now, what are we thinking of? Well, I did actually go through this again in one of the early episodes. So I'm going to put some fermenters and all that sort of stuff in here, so as we can produce some silage. I'm going to put a pig food mixer and a TMR mixer and all that sort of stuff in here. That's all going to go over here in this grassy area, which is where those four-legged things used to be. But we've got a nice open area here, which is just prime for putting a whole pile of expansion stuff in there. So just as a bit of a recap, we're talking about things like we are going to look at putting the fertilizer maker and a seed maker in, possibly, so as we can be a little bit more self-sustaining with our seed and our fertilizer. We're not going to worry about a wood chipper. Diesel production we may look at doing. That's certainly an option. Growing canola. I think it's canola. Yeah, canola, and then produce diesel. We'll have a look at that. Definitely a digesting silo, a grass dryer, TMR and pig food mixer. And actually, I'm not going to put that TMR in. What I'm going to put in is I've got one from Castor, this cow feed mixer. Our good friend Frithgar uses this one. Not that I tend to want to copy too much of Frith stuff. There is this one here that automatically fills the store that's closest to you. I'm not going to use that one. I'm just going to use this one here. So that's the one I'm probably going to use there. There's a fermenting silo there as well, which we'll probably use. So that produces our silage. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Now, it's not cheap. It's going to cost me about $1 million to put all that infrastructure in here as we go. So I'm not quite ready to do that yet. So the sheds is the first part we wanted to do. And we'll go forward from there. Right. Now, what have we got in the way of our sheep are over there? Let's have a look. I want to see how many sheep we've got now. Conditions were okay. Cleanliness, water, straw. Yeah, okay, we're okay. We've got 106 sheep. I'm not going to bring any more in as yet. I think we'll leave that there. I want to get crops going so I can actually get either the pigs or the cows going. I'm not sure which one yet. Anyway, in the meantime, now we've just done that bit of a play around with some sheds, I do have some work to get done, and we need to get it done now. Right. So over here, we're going to grab the 1050, and we're going to go over and collect our straw from field, field 3. All right. Now, we did upgrade this trailer as well. We added an extension to it, so now we'll take 120,000 of field crop, just to make it a little bit easier and more convenient for us. And we did have to pay the money for that. My steering wheel is quite loose. It just wants to jump off the desk. Right, that should be a little bit better. Right, all right, off we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to collect all this straw, take it into the silo, and then we need to start prepping field 2 and field 3 ready for a new crop again. So turn it on, lower him down, and off we go. We're going to drive in cab, and that's how we're going to get this job done. Right. So now we just go on cruise control, and away we go. Right, there we go. So, hope everyone is doing well. We are doing wonderfully. Another day, another dollar, so to speak. But, yeah, we are doing quite well. Unfortunately, the state, as in New South Wales, isn't doing so well, but it is what it is. Hopefully, by the time you see this, we'll be on the downhill slope, so to speak, with cases and starting to get on top of it. But we'll see. But we'll just have to deal with that on a day-by-day proposition. Unfortunately, we have so many idiots that just don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing, and that's sort of letting everyone else down and causing us to be in this lockdown state for even longer than we need to. But anyway, not going to dwell on that. We've got lots of grass around the fields to mow again, so we're going to have to look at doing that. And we will look at doing that very soon. But for now, we're just going to go around and grab all the straw. So looks like about 1.5 runs on this field will fill up the trailer with 120,000 straw. We might be close to 2, but that's okay. We've got probably 5 or 6 loads of straw to come out of here, which is fine. We're going to use that for fermenting and all that sort of stuff a little bit later on, and for TMR and for putting in the animal stalls and all that sort of stuff. So it won't go to waste, that's for sure. What else is there? Well, actually, I go for my second COVID vaccine this week in 2 days' time, 3 days' time. Brought it forward. It was supposed to be October, but I rang up and asked to bring it forward. So we'll be doing that on Friday. So that will be good. Then I'll be double dosed. My wife is already double dosed. She got the Pfizer vaccine, and so then we'll be okay. And then it's only the kids to worry about at some time in the future when and if they say the vaccines will be okay for them. I'm not going to get into a discussion or an argument or whatever else about the merits of vaccines or not. My personal opinion is I believe in the vaccine. I believe in herd immunity. I believe in COVID. I know everyone else may have their own opinion, and we're not going to get into that. But basically, my opinion is if you don't get vaccinated, then, well, I won't say what I think. All right, moving along. I haven't seen any more news this week about FS22, so I'm still continuing to catch up with all that news. But suffice to say, I still see a lot of people are hesitant. Not everyone's going out and pre-ordering or buying it straight off the bat. They want to see and wait and see what happens with it when it comes out. And I can't say I blame people. I said that myself. I was not going to rush out and get it. However, the reason why I have is so I can bring it to you on day one and showcase it. And I'll tell you, very black and white style, the good and the bad of it when it does get released. And if nothing else, rest assured that I won't hold back anything. If it is a absolute steaming pile of the proverbial, I will tell you that it's a steaming pile of the proverbial. I'm not beholden to Giants or any other software company in any way, shape or form with this channel, and I never intend to be. So if I was ever put in a position where I was offered a deal to showcase a game or promote anything, it would always be on the proviso that I give my total 100% personal opinion, not what I'm paid to give, in which case I would reject any pay for comment type things, because I don't believe in that. So yeah, I will make sure I don't pull any punches. I'll let you know. If it's good, I'll tell you. If there's aspects of it that are bad, I'll tell you. But yeah, so we'll just see how it is. And that's why I'm not necessarily pushing the fact that if you buy the game through my links, I get a little bit of kickback. I mean, obviously, granted, I do. It is good for the channel. It's possibly good for getting early access to stuff later on from Giants, like if you get a volume of sales or whatever else. But to be truthful, I don't care if no one buys through that link. It's just there as a service. It's just something I have available. It could help myself and the family and the channel. But if it doesn't, then no harm, no foul. So and it's certainly not going to influence my opinions or my commentary in any way, shape, or form. All right, so there's been a bit happening in the gaming world. One of the things I don't think we've mentioned really yet, I was quite surprised to hear in my little time away that, well, number one, Cattles and Crops changed their name to, what is it, Professional Farming or something like that. Now, the real reason for that, thanks to my good mate Kerbo, I was actually reading something that he put out. Or was it a video he put out? I can't remember now. It was something that Kerbo put out. That the developers from Cattle and Crops, and I'll be upfront here and say I was a backer. I did do the backing. I think it was like $220 or something at the time to be a foundation backer. What a waste of money that was in the end. But anyway, they've pulled the pin. Apparently they ran out of money. So there is virtually going to be no development whatsoever of cattle and crops, or what we used to know as cattle and crops, any longer, which is a bit of a shame. There was some things that was coming out that I was starting to enjoy. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it still had a lot of promise. And I was a little bit surprised in a way. I was actually, before I had my bit of a break, I was actually starting to play cattle and crops a little bit. And like it wasn't as polished as probably FS19 is in its current state. I won't say it was as polished as what FS19 was when it was first released, because that was just a very rough brown excrement. But it certainly improved from what it was when we first started with it and all that sort of stuff. And it was getting there. It had promise. It had promise to be a serious competitor. But unfortunately, that's no longer the case. Now, if someone was to ask me, is it worth buying in its current form? No, because the company that's bought it, and I apologise, I can't remember the name of the company that bought it. Someone may pitch in and type it in here, or I may type it in the comments after I do the recording. They are renowned for buying games that sort of go bankrupt, publishing it, and then just trying to swindle, for the want of a better term, money out of people by keeping the longevity of the game as long as they can without sort of saying anything, and then bankroll it and get money out of it, which is something that really should be a dead horse. So, and look, I'm not saying that. That's just generalization. That's my opinion. It may not necessarily be totally factual, but it's certainly what seems to be happening. And going by what a few other people have said, that seems to be the general modus operandi of the people that have bought it. But I mean, time will tell. But I can't see anyone else. I can't see them putting a development team back into the game and continuing any development or anything else. I'm happy to stand corrected, and if someone knows any more about that, then please feel free to let me know. But yeah, bit of a shame. What else is there? I have been playing Ranch Simulator. I don't know if any of you have seen that. It's interesting. It's different. I'm probably may bring that to the channel. It has some good points. It's very interesting, but it's not a game I don't think would keep me enthralled for too long. I was interested for a little bit, but then I sort of grew a bit old of it. Yeah, I'm not, the jury's still out on it. I'm not 100% on it, but I may well bring it and showcase it to you, being along a farming sim type genre. But one game, and my other good friend Battery H was talking to me about this the other day in his stream, and which I'll recommend for you to go and check out, Battery H on Twitch. Now I'm going to digress here. So Battery H, when he does his streams, he does it for one purpose only, pretty much, and that's to make money for, oh my God, I've forgotten the name. It's a kids' hospital and their relief fund sort of thing. I can't think of the name of it. I'm so sorry, Battery. But go check him out. I'll put a link down below to his Twitch channel in the comments. But make sure you go check him out. And if you can, drop him the value of a coffee or something in his fundraising efforts. Because at the end of the day, the money just goes to the sick kids and the hospital that's trying to make a better life for these kids. So it's well worth the cause. So go check it out. Also, you can check it out on my Twitch. I've actually mentioned it on Twitch. Sorry, not on Twitch, on Twitter. So go check out my post on Twitter and you'll find it there as well. But effectively, it's something similar to like Make-A, or not so much Make-A-Wish, I guess, in Australia, but it's just one of those charities that helps out sick kids and stuff like that. So go and help them out if you can. Certainly having kids that have had to be at the Children's Hospital here myself, all that help is well and truly appreciated by the hospital and the charities that set all that stuff up. So $5 or $10 isn't going to break the bank to anyone really, unless you're suffering and you haven't got a job or anything else like that, in which case I would never expect you to do it. But if you can spare the equivalent change for a coffee, then please do so. Anyway, so Batch was talking to me about lawn mowing simulator. Now, I mean, being Lord of the Grass, I mean, what can I say? I'm going to have to look at it in some way, shape, or form. So we'll most likely have that at some point. We'll bring that to the channel. And Lord of the Grass will take to the lawns with his ride-on mower and school you in the art of mowing lawns. So it does look interesting. I don't know how deep the gameplay is going to be, but just for something a little bit different, a bit of a laugh, we'll probably look at that as well. But anyway. All right, so we're continuing on. What have we got now? Got a fair bit done. I think we're probably about halfway now to collecting all the straw. I could put a hired worker on to start ploughing the fields in. I'm not going to do that as yet. We'll see how things go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs plus this half run, so 5.5 runs. So I've got probably another 3 loads to go. Right, come on around, roll the pickup, and off we go again. All right. There's something relaxing. I was saying to I'm just name dropping today, aren't I? Not that they're famous, I guess, but they're famous in my eyes, I suppose. I was talking with JJ about it the other night, and I was just saying that after being away from Farming Sim for a while, it's certainly a game you can come back to and relax. There's no stress involved. It is nice to have a game again where you're not worried about an outcome or dying or anything else like that, or having to keep a civilization alive like in Kingdoms Reborn, or staving off the enemy in Civilization, or trying to cure as many patients as you can in a timely manner on 2 Point Hospital. It's quite calming and relaxing, just driving the tractor around the field and then grabbing a harvester and going and harvesting the field. So it is nice to be back in that regard. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying us being back and bringing you this content. And certainly, like I've said, it reminds me of earlier days where I spent playing a bit of multiplayer with our good mate Jerry, Grizzly Bear Sims. Had some fun times on here. I'm trying to think who else was on the map with us. There was a couple of guys that were associated with 3D's Gaming Network as to what it become that were playing with us on here. I just can't think of who it was, and I feel bad in that regard, but it was good fun. It was good fun. So, yeah, so tell me, in talking about, what was I going to say? Talking about FS22, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are in relation to the upcoming release. Are you, one, going to pre-order it, or have you pre-ordered it? If you have pre-ordered it, what made you pre-order it? Number 2, if you're not going to pre-order it, do you intend on buying it once you've seen other people play it, like, for example, myself, and all that sort of stuff? Or are you going to wait for, like, the first patch? I know there's a few people who are going to wait for the first patch. They generally wait for the first patch for a game to try and smooth out a lot of the initial issues that come with a new release game. So let me know. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are and what you're going to plan on doing. Because certainly so far, the majority of the people I've spoken to have seemed to indicate they're going to wait. They're not going to jump in and get the pre-order. They're going to wait and see what happens. But it's going to be interesting. And one of the things that will interest me, I think, I'm not saying this just to cause any trouble or anything else, but what I'm going to be interested in is the difference between the fanboy reaction to the game and a real reaction to the game. I'll be interested to see, because we found with, I've got to be a little bit political here, politically correct. We found with FS17 and FS19, FS17 wasn't so much of a problem, but FS19 there were some people that just I would like to think they were, let's use the term gagged in inverted commas. Whether they were formally or not, they were under the illusion or the impression that they couldn't say anything about the bad points. They could only promote the good points of FS19 when it released. Now, I mean, for me, I can tell you straight off the bat, as soon as I was in the game for, let's say, 15 minutes, I found a number of things that really peeved me off of the game. The first was the landscaping and the placement of buildings. The fact that you couldn't smooth the area. Like you'd put a building down and it caused this huge flat piece of ground to be made and you couldn't smooth it round or anything. And that was a real pain in the butt, and it really annoyed me. I think it was on, was it Ravenport? I think was the map I was playing on, and I put a house down, a farmhouse down, and it made an absolute mess of the ground I was on. Raised it up like 30 feet, and then when I removed the house, I couldn't flatten the ground, and that was really annoying. But that was one. The second one, I mean, being Lord of the Grass and loving my lawn mowing and my lawn mowing implements, the first bit of kit I bought and had on the farm testing out in FS19 was the Krone Big M450. And we go and mow some fields as we do, and some grass all over the place, and next thing you know, we're out of fuel. We go to refuel the Big M, and lo and behold, we couldn't refuel the Big M. So basically, to get around it, you had to use the Big M up until you emptied the fuel tank. Then you had to sell it and buy a new one because you couldn't refuel it. Now, I mean, that wasn't patched by Giants, and I'm going to get in a bit of a rant here, but that wasn't patched by Giants for a good 3 or 4 patches. Now, as I said then, and I'll say it again now, that was a very, very, very basic failing of QA. And I said at the time, look, give me a yelp. I'll help you QA shit. I've QA'd games before. I QA stuff at work all the time. It's not hard. You just have to know how to do it. But, I mean, simple shit like that should never have got out. It should never have got there. But it did. And I sent what, about a 6 or 7 page letter to Giants. It was about 2 weeks after release. Just basically talking about all the things that I thought they did wrong. I mean, you not necessarily can't come back and say, oh, wow, thanks, Duck, for all the information you sent us. We're gonna action that straight away. We'll fix that tomorrow. No one's saying that. But there was nothing. Not even a thank you for your correspondence. Right? It was just dead silence. Now, again, I get it. I'm just some random Aussie in that backyard country way down under that no one really knows about, that has all these animals that just turn around the corner and kill you. But it was just very disappointing. And then I discovered that so quickly, but yet there were other people that were on YouTube and Twitch that just glossed over it, didn't even mention it. Oh, this game is wonderful. Look at the effects. Look how good the tractor looks. Look how good the lighting is. Yeah, the lighting was really good. I mean, look, Bill never came and played FS19. And that was a part of like the way that they did the particles, the way they did the mapping and the terrain, not the terrain, the layers and stuff like that was. I can't really go into it. I can't remember exactly the full details of what it was, but there was a huge list of things that Bill had said that was the reason for not coming to FS19, and he was right. But did you hear anything from that from the fanboy club? No. Anyway, so let me know what you think about FS22. What are you going to do? Are you going to jump straight in and pre-order it? Are you going to wait and see what it's like and wait and watch like yours truly or any of the other YouTubers that are out there that are going to have an early copy of it or release it on day one and showcase it? Or are you going to wait for patch 1 and see if the gameplay and everything else is fixed and improved by that? Oh, that was the other thing too. Day 1, steering wheels. You got the code from FS17. Went to FS19. Surely you'd use the same code to get the steering wheels to work. Nah, not Giants. No, we'll rework that and we'll stuff it all up so the steering wheels don't work. I mean, Saka, blur. Really? Anyway, all right, I finished doing that, and that's brought us to the end of the video. See, rants can get us some time filled. If you like that rant, give it a thumbs up. Right? Give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs up anyway. All right. So we're about to finish the straw. So at least we've got some stuff done today. We've changed out some of our sheds to what we like, and we've picked up all our straw now. So now we can turn around and start prepping our fields ready for the next crop. Field 1 we're not going to change. We're going to let that regrow. With alfalfa, we'll do another alfalfa crop off that. Once we harvest the alfalfa off that, that should give us approximately 1 million. And that little bit of straw there I'm not going to worry about because we're full now. It'll give us about 1 million or just over 1 million and a bit alfalfa in storage. So that'll be more than enough for a while. So we may rotate it and do a grass crop to get some grass built up. I'll have to check to see how much grass we've got. But for the moment, that will be it. So we'll just concentrate on getting some of our cereal crops and all that through, so we can use that for TMR, pig food, whatever else. So anyway, so that is it for this episode. Rant concludes. Also, let me know if you like the rant. Do you want more rant? Bring back the rant. I understand it if you say no, it's okay. All right. But that is it for this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode, including the rant. Make sure you give us the feedback in relation to FS22. I'm really honestly interested in what your thoughts are. So it doesn't matter whether you're a subscriber to the channel or not. Just let me know. Just comment down below and just tell me what you think. Just consider it a survey, a community survey. In fact, I might even put a survey up on Facebook and see. I can put surveys on YouTube now too, I think. Anyway, we'll look at doing that. But anyway, so that is it. We're going to park the trailer here. I'm going to jump out. And we're going to come over here and look at our sheds as we sign off. So thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to press that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing as well. Hit that subscribe button and then press the alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel just like this. And don't forget, most importantly, come and check us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Details are all down below and also on the main page in the About section of our YouTube channel. And more importantly than that, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duckzorly Gaming and Pine Cove Farm. See you all later. Bye.